Good morning. We are going to start the recommending committee for October 14th, 2024. This meeting is officially called to order. And Madam Clerk, are we in compliance with our open meeting law?
You are, thank you.
Thank you very much. Item number 3 is public comment. Comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. If you would like to be heard, please step on forward, and we will allot some time for you.
Nobody?
Hearing and seeing none, move on to item number 4 for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the September 30th, 2024 recommending committee meeting. I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
There's a motion. Please vote and post. And that item passes. Item number 5, bill number 2024-32. For possible action, amends various provisions of LVMC Title VII to limit to 4 the number of guinea pigs that may be kept at one location, limit the number of animals that can be sold by a pet shop or breeder to one person or household during a calendar year, establish corresponding documentation and compliance requirements, and establish and update penalty provisions pertaining to the keeping and sale of animals. This is sponsored by Councilwoman Victoria Seaman, and I understand there's a comment to be made.
Yeah, Mayor Pro Tem, I would like to strike the item as I am continuing to work with advocates on this bill, so I would like to strike it for a later date.
Mr. Attorney.
Move to,
Right. I think the motion would be to recommend that the council strike it
okay,
because the council has to act on it,
Okay.
even if you strike it from the agenda. So
okay.
that'd be the
I would like to recommend that the council strikes this bill number 2024-32.
And quick question, do I have to open this up for public comment before we vote?
It doesn't hurt.
Okay. Before we vote on this is a public hearing. If anybody would like to comment on item number 5. And hearing and seeing none, there is a motion to recommend to strike to the City Council. And our screens are waiting. There they go. Please
This isn't
vote.
addressed to me, is it?
And
Yes, it is.
that item will be recommended to the council for being stricken. I'm going to work on my grammar. I'm not completely sure. To struck or to strike or just stricken on October 16th, 2024. Moving on to item number 6, bill number 2024-33 for possible action amends LVMC 7.44.040 to increase the penalty of animal abandonment to $1,000. This is sponsored by Councilwoman Victoria Seaman.
Mayor Pro Tem, I would like to ask that we move to have the council strike this item for a later date while I'm working with the animal advocates.
We do have a motion, and this is a public hearing for anybody who would like to make a comment on item number 6. Please step forward. Hearing and seeing none, there's a motion to recommend to strike. And please vote and post. And that passes. The recommendation to strike will be on the October 16th, 2024 City Council meeting. Moving on to item number 7, bill number 2024-34 for possible action amends LVMC 2.44.020 to repeal the term limit provisions pertaining to members of the Planning Commission. This is sponsored by Councilwoman Olivia Diaz. Mr. Cunningham, thank you for stepping forward.
Oh yeah, good morning. For the record, Michael Cunningham, building official for the City of Las Vegas. The item you have before you is just to repeal the term limits on the Planning Commission. So if you have the ordinance in front of you, item C is where the previous term limits were, which was a 12-year term limit. That's pretty much being stricken out of the ordinance. And then item D, which is members serve at the pleasure of the City Council, will become item C. And that is the limit of the ordinance.
Thank you. And just for my own clarification, this means that each individual council member appoints a planning commissioner that's ratified by the City Council. If an individual council member chooses to unappoint, I need to go back to like grammar school, to not appoint, to take back the appointment, does that also get ratified by the entire City Council?
That one I'll defer to Fallon.
What do you mean by take back the appointment?
So if an individual council member says, I don't want to appoint you anymore, I want to give it to somebody else, does that come back on the entire City Council?
Well, there's no automatic reappointment, so when the term is up, either somebody new is appointed or the serving one will be appointed. But
So like if it's not, like if it's in between a term, like if there's
you
some
mean
kind
if
of,
someone resigns before term
or is fired?
Or the member doesn't
or is
want it.
removed?
Yeah.
Yeah, then the council would would vote on the removal and vote on appointing a replacement.
Okay.
We kind of do that now, don't we?
Correct. The only difference here is that there wouldn't be a three-term limit.
Which is similar to all of our other
Correct,
appointees.
yeah.
So this makes it consistent across the board.
Yeah, there may be a couple of other boards where there are term limits, but I'm not thinking of them right at the moment. But most of them don't have term limits.
Okay, thank you. This is a public hearing for anybody who would like to comment. Hearing and seeing none,
I would like to comment.
please.
Okay, so the voters overwhelmingly approved term limits for city council, other elected or appointed positions. So it only makes sense that it should be applied to the people that we appoint for these type of positions. Planning commissioners, while not elected, makes decisions every meeting that affect the voters' lives. And I think term limits prevent commissioners or elected officials from getting too cozy with certain individuals or lobbyists. Term limits allow fresh faces and new ideas on the Planning Commission. Therefore, I am not in support of this. I like having 12-year term limits, and so thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. I understand where you're coming from, and I understand why we had term limits, but I think tying it back to the council member who appoints puts me in a position of comfort to support this. Councilman, I don't know if you have any comments.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I feel comfortable with the bill. Of course, we have term limits for elected officials. These are not elected officials. They are at will. They're appointed by us. They stay there as long as we want them to. As long as we have that stopgap where we can remove them for any reason, I'm fully comfortable.
I am going to make a motion to approve item number 7, or make a recommendation to the council to approve. And that has 2-1 and passes and would be heard on the November 6th, 2024 City Council meeting. Thank you, Mr. Cunningham. Moving on to item number 8, Bill number 2024-35 for possible action, ordinance creating the City of Las Vegas, Nevada Special Improvement District number 818, Summerville Village 27, ordering a street project, storm sewer project, sanitary sewer project, drainage project, and water project within the City of Las Vegas, Nevada, and providing other matters related thereto, proposed by Joey Paskey, the Director of Public Works. Hello, sir.
Morning. Morning, Mayor Pro Tem and members of council. I am Zalala Malamu, Engineering Project Manager with the Department of Public Works for the record. This ordinance orders the creation of the City of Las Vegas, Nevada Special Improvement District 818 within Summerlin Village 27, which is generally located west of the Clark County 215 highway between Sky Vista Drive and Lake Mead Boulevard within Ward 2. SID 818 encompasses 428 gross acres in Village 27 and is intended to be developed into 1,441 single-family residential units. This SID will focus on the construction of waterline projects, storm sewer projects, sanitary sewer projects, sidewalk projects, street projects, and street light projects according to benefits received by the parcels of land within SID 818 pursuant to NRS Chapter 271. The requesting developer is the Howard Hughes Company. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you. Mr. Maloon, is that right?
Alemu.
Thank you. This is a public hearing for anybody who would like to comment or question. Hearing and seeing none, I'll close the public comment period. Are there any questions up here?
No, this one, on number 10, though.
Okay. This is, what ward is this? Was this your ward? This is your, you want to make the motion?
Yeah, it's
Thanks.
Summerlin Village, that's the only thing I can think is probably Siemens, but.
Okay. Move to approve Bill number 2024-35.
There's a motion, please vote. And that item passes and will be heard on the October 16th, 2024 City Council meeting. And moving on to item number 9, Bill number 2024-36 for possible action, ordinance concerning City of Las Vegas, Nevada Special Improvement District number 818, Summerlin Village 27, assessing the cost of local improvements against the accessible property benefited by the local improvements and providing other matters related thereto, proposed by Joey Paskey, Director of Public Works.
Again, Mayor Pro Tem, members of council, I am Zalala Malamu, Engineering Project Manager with the Department of Public Works for the record. This ordinance is concerning the previously described Special Improvement District 818. This specific bill concerns levying and assessing the cost of local improvements against the accessible properties benefited by the improvements. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you, sir. This is a public hearing for anybody who would like to comment or question. Hearing and seeing none, any questions or comments up here? And I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve Bill number 2024-36.
There is a motion, please vote and post. That item passes and will be heard on the October 16th, 2024 City Council meeting. Moving on to item number 10, Bill number 2024-37 for possible action ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale by the city of its Special Improvement District number 818, Summerlin Village 27, local improvement bonds, Series 2024, approving the form of certain documents with respect to such bonds, ratifying action taken by city officers toward the issuance of such bonds, and providing other matters related thereto, proposed by Susan Helsley, the Director of Finance. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, Susan Helsley, Chief Financial Officer for the record. And this bill, or this ordinance, authorizes the sale of about $37.9 million in SID bonds. Those bonds would be passed on to the folks that move into that local improvement district, so it's no obligation to the city, and staff recommends approval.
And as I understand it, just for my own clarification, these are pretty routine for the SIDs that we have.
They are, sir.
Okay. And do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay. This is a public hearing for anybody that has any comments. Please step forward. Hearing and seeing none, are there questions or comments up here?
She answered it.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve Bill number 2024-37.
There is a motion. Please vote and post. And that item passes and will be heard on the October 16th, 2024 City Council meeting. Thank you, sir. Nice job. Moving on to item number 11, Bill number 2024-38 for possible action, creates the new Vegas Immersive Tourism Improvement District in the city of Las Vegas, located within the area as further described as parcels adjacent to and generally bounded by Kingsway and Teddy Drive to the north, Rancho Drive to the east, Wyandotte Street and Rigel Avenue to the west, and Sirius Avenue to the south. This is sponsored by Councilwoman Olivia Diaz.
Good morning, Tracy Reich, Redevelopment Manager for the record. Today we bring forward the next step in creating this district for Phase 2 of the Fisher Brothers development north of the current Area 15. I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
One quick question. There was a preponderance study done about a month ago that was presented to the City Council. I just want to, that's connected to this directly, is that right?
Yes, we had the first resolution to hire the preponderance study, then we did the preponderance study, which you approved I believe it was last month, and this is the next step in adopting the district that the preponderance study recommended.
And what is this? What are the subsequent steps after today?
After this, then we will do 2 reimbursement agreements, one with the state to give us the money, and then one with us with Fisher Brothers to transfer the money for the eligible costs.
And those both also come to the City Council?
Yes.
Perfect. This is a public hearing for anybody that has any questions or comments. Hearing and seeing none, I'll open it up for questions up here. No questions up here. I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve Bill number 2024-38.
There's a motion. Please vote and post. And that item passes and will be recommended to the council for the October 16th, 2024 City Council meeting. Thank you very much, Ms. Reich. Appreciate it. And we are moving on to item number 12, citizen participation. This is a time for anybody that wants to come forward and correct my grammar. And hearing and seeing none, this meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everyone.
Actually, unappointed.
Unappointed? I gotta